Darren Smith would help lead the charge on Saturday night as Detroit City would go 5 games unbeaten thanks to a 4-1 victory over Orange County SC. The win would keep Detroit City in the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference playoff race. Meanwhile, down in San Antonio, New Mexico would derail San Antonio SC with a 1-0 victory at Toyota Field. The two sides get together tonight for some Wednesday night soccer in the desert on Soccer Night in Detroit.
Don't leave him alone. Don't let him shoot like that.
Can Nate Steinwasser deliver? Of course!
It's the final West Coast trip of the year for Detroit City SC as they travel to Isotopes Park in Albuquerque to take on New Mexico United. Welcome to, well, let's just say the Zoom version of Soccer Night in Detroit, as I'm at my little abode in Fenton. And of course, I got Keyworth in the background
with
here.
The background of the Keyworth Stadium.
Yeah. And Steve's on location at Isotopes Park in Albuquerque tonight.
Not really. I'm back in my home hacienda in Hamtramck, Michigan, with the background of the Duff Stadium, a.k.a. formerly the Springfield War Memorial Stadium, although it was bought up by Duff. You have to sponsor it and all that, and it doesn't look really great, by the way.
Oh, it looks beautiful. Looks like a baseball field on a soccer pitch.
You probably got that right. Yeah, considering that just yesterday I did see the episode that was, believe it or not, the inspiration why the actual Albuquerque, New Mexico AAA baseball team is called the Springfield Isotopes because when they got their AAA baseball team back, they moved the team from Calgary, where they used to be, to Albuquerque. So they had to name the team contest. And they remember the episode of Hungry Hungry Homer from season 12, where Homer, being the town watchdog helper, stumbled in that the owner of Duff, which was voiced by the legendary Mike Hammer, J.D. Keith, was going to move the team from Springfield to Albuquerque.
How ironic.
I know. And by the way, the Springfield Dog Supreme is not an actual item. They don't sell it at the Isotope Park. But hey, you can make it. Just look it up on YouTube, like I did.
Very interesting story, needless to say. But another interesting story is Detroit City's run as of late. They are undefeated in their last 5 games, including a 4-1 drubbing of Orange County SC on Saturday night at Keyworth Stadium. And this Detroit City team is on a roll.
Very on a roll. 3 wins, 2 draws, no losses. The fire have been lit under them. You know what I mean? The fire has been lit for Detroit City, and they're trying to make up for a lot of time after that horrible stretch of games for the last 3 months, which include Darren Smith not scoring and issues and brother, it was a stretch.
Darren Smith has been central. 10 goals and 3 assists on the year for him, and the team scored only 29 goals. Getting this off ChatGPT, by the way. it's semi-reliable today, but yeah, 8 wins, 8 draws, 7 losses. The main thing is here with Detroit City, 5 unbeaten in a row, and they're just on a roll. I mean, you throw a couple draws in there, but a couple of significant wins along the way as well.
Yeah, one against Orange County. Please help me out. I'm doing this on my phone, so I can't
So we got the Orange County victory, the 2-0 win against Tampa Bay, and then a 1-0 decision in a very tough match against Indy 11.
Oh yeah, and they're a good team, and they're right up there in this Crazy playoff change, both for the East and both for the West. Considering that I was writing my note, third for 7, 2 home field advantage and 2 visitor advantage are separated by 2 points. Let's show you the standings. North Carolina, 33. Hartford, DCFC, tied for 32. Pittsburgh, 31. 5 points ahead of Indy, which have 26, and that 8 for 10 are separated by just 4 points, with Indy at 26, Rhode Island 24, Birmingham with 22. If you can throw Tampa Bay in 21, very close, trying to fight for the catch up because they're not going to catch up to Louisville and Charleston, who clinched a playoff spot last week.
And pretty much with those two teams, they're in a race on their own for the Players' Shield right now. So, I mean, it's them and pretty much everybody else. Everybody's just fighting for playoff position below them, including Detroit City, who are a point behind North Carolina for that 4th spot in the Eastern Conference. However, though, let's take a look at the West. Let's take a look at the West. The West is insane.
Unbelievable. When I was doing research on paper, holy shirt, 3 for 9 separated by 4 points. This is what you get when FC Tulsa beat everybody up.
I'm going to say this now. Okay, Mike Watson, Devin Kerr. I am christening that this is now the Western Conference pillow fight. I mean, you got 8 teams or 7 teams basically 4 points apart of each other, vying for what, 6 position or 7 positions on the table right now.
Yes, we have 6 seats on the plane, and we'll have to throw off one team if they're not doing well. So
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's become the pillow fight. Western Conference pillow fight 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I know. Or Battle Royal Electric Meltdown. Listen to this.
It's become an annual thing, Steve.
32. Lexington, first-year team in the temporary Western Conference, 31. Phoenix, 30. New Mexico, 30. San Antonio, 30. Colorado Springs, the defending champion, 30. Orange County, the team we beat last week, 28. Now, one of the tiebreakers is teams against the Eastern Conference, and there are only 2. Lexington, both, and Colorado Springs, both with 9 points. The team with the worst, Phoenix, 3 points. And just remember, every Eastern team that steals 3 points on the road, like we should know, we stole 3 points on the road in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, and this is what you got to take advantage of, winning those games on the road and winning these games against the Western Conference. Because right now, that's all you're playing right now is Western Conference teams. Last couple games have been against Western Conference teams: San Antonio, Orange County. You got 2 Western Conference teams coming up in New Mexico and Lexington before you get into the meat of the season, which is the last, let's say 5 or 6 or last 5 games of the season, in which you're playing pretty much the top 4. And Tampa Bay Rowdies, who are sitting trying to get a playoff spot at this point.
Yeah, doing the best they can, considering our last 2 games are on the road. Patriot Point, which is a tough place to play since Ben Pierman was hired. Very tough, tough if you're a Rhode Island FC who won there before. And Tampa Bay, which is not having the best of the season. Coming back to Allianz Stadium, don't forget the stadium issues involving the owner of the same guy.
Sounds like they're going to get a leash for another year.
Yes, you're right. But what happened after that? I don't know. If if they abandon the Tropicana Dome, could that be a home of the Rowdies, an indoor home?
I wouldn't doubt if the Tampa Bay Sun and the Tampa Bay Rowdies got together, because Tampa Bay Sun's thinking about building a soccer-specific stadium in Tampa. You think those two sides could get together and then collaborate?
I hope so. And not only that, having a strong scoreboard because if you remember during the hurricane last year, the Tampa Bay Sun scoreboard tipped over during the hurricane. Allegedly. That's what I'm hearing.
Allegedly, from what I hear. So, but allegedly, we got this little thing go. Let's before we do that, let's take a look at New Mexico United right now. New Mexico.
Okay, New Mexico might have tied for fifth, but all the teams I just mentioned. New Mexico at home, 4 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. They are pretty solid at home at Isotope Park. Sporting the Meow Wolf. I can't believe we missed Meow Wolf night by a game. Oh my!
But they just came off a physical match against San Antonio, a 1-0 victory there, which San Antonio got the red card. New Mexico took advantage of it. Prior to that, they lost to Sacramento Republic by a score of 2-0. 2 draws followed up that, one with Lou City, the other with Las Vegas Lights, and then their first loss in this string, a 5-2 drilling by front leaders FC Tulsa.
I know. Their last 5, 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses. And well, let me tell you, of all the teams in the West, they have a successful cross-conference record, 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. So this could be 50-50 and could be a tough match at the Isotope Park, by the way. They don't have many great goal scorers. Greg Hart's have 4 goals. Luis Fernandez, 4 goals. Talent Maples got 3 goals. Their goaltender, Alex Timberlake, have 5 clean sheets and 37 saves. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, and trying to go back here to the tail of the tape that you sent me via the chat there yesterday. Yeah, we got into another conversation about something else. But yeah, looking at the tail of the tape between the two clubs right now, the goals they're right about the same, 27-29. Shots on target right about the same. Only difference there is by
Detroit City have more shots. Detroit City have more shots than New Mexico United. The corners are pretty much even, but the possession, both Detroit City and New Mexico United top 5 in possessions. Literally.
I mentioned the red card the other night against by San Antonio against New Mexico United. New Mexico United has got quite a plethora of yellows as well, and 3 red cards themselves. So talk about being they're probably one of the more undisciplined teams as well in the USL Championship.
Next to San Antonio?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So
I know.
And the two, like I said, the two teams went at it on Saturday night, and it was San Antonio that got the red card, and they got disadvantage. Next thing you know, New Mexico came away with the victory. But
it's very tough with San Antonio. We saw that before with the 4 fights near the end of the game during injury time, which was holy cow.
Yeah, that was a wild night at Keyworth, that's for sure. But
I know we were steaming from ear to ear. You could see steam come out of the ear, just like I had that discussion last night of a subject we're going to save for Moving on Saturday.
Yes, exactly.
We're not going to talk about it now, but we're going to save it for Moving on Saturday.
Yeah, we got a plethora of things to talk about. I mean, we're kind of switching things up. Obviously, soccer night in Detroit tonight, after hours.
We have a midweek match and Saturday match. I'll do it after recycling. I'm going to follow the action because the Premier League and all the European leagues are back from their international break.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and interesting. We got, like I said, a plethora of things to talk about on Saturday. But one thing that has come up. As of late, when something like the on the grounds of a correlation happens or whatever it is. I mean, first time around you think it's cute. Second time around it becomes a little bit more of a novelty. But when you see it happen 3 times within 4 weeks, it's becoming a little bit of a trend.
I know.
And we're talking, of course, of the and we played the song obviously on our broadcasts after hours, and the whole Joe Hendry Darren Smith thing. And this is something that Steve brought up, and and I give kudos to him for this because he watches a lot of NXT,
Yes.
and
Sometimes
and
WWE, yes, or AEW a little bit, you know what I mean? Do follow wrestling a lot of old school stories of wrestling, all that. But I want to begin with the origin story because, like I said, they are connected. They're not connected. When we interviewed Darren Smith once before, I had to play him the whole "say your name, he will appear" from Joe Hendry. It was kind of a little amused about that.
this has been a
But
bit that's been going on all season long. He said it a couple times, after Darren Smith scored a couple goals earlier in the season as well. So
Well, it started. Let me tell you the backstory. It started when Darren Smith had that hot start, 7 goals in the early part of the season, for 2 months of the season, and then we talk about. So I went to Dobbin Pub, which is close to Alumni 5 Field, in near the lovely lovely Precision Bridge on Badley Street. And I was watching WrestleMania 2, night 2 of WrestleMania 2. Came late. I talked about a couple of good friends, including Amy Duncan, who is a really great bartender, and she's a great friend, by the way. So everybody, and I was watching one match that was originally scheduled was going to be Randy Orton against Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? But Kevin Owens wasn't able to do it because he recently had back surgery. You know what I mean? That there was a concern he would never appear again or never appear because back surgery takes a long time. So yes, Randy Orton did wrestle, and he was just wondering who will his opponent will be. And yes, all of a sudden the doors suddenly swung open. There was this guy out in the back, and you'll get to. And then when his theme song hit, the say his name and he will be.
yes,
And yes, everybody went nuts, and the camera would a hard zoom in, and he turned
and
his
then
face like hello, and
yep,
everybody and he said, perfect, perfect. So because like I said, soccer is 11-11. You have 10 field goals. You never know who will score a goal. Either Alpha Duke, Bruce Williams, Stephen Carroll, Michael Bryant. I could mention, but Darren Smith with his hot third, he's there. He'll score a goal. I mean, just like a lot of other hot goaltenders, like Cal Jennings, M.D. Myers. Cal Jennings. Yeah, so I sort of think when he scored, but it was so disappointing to not do the whole, Joe Hendry during his slump. So, believe it or not, mind my own business. I saw a clip on NXT. A couple of wrestlers mentioned say his name and he will appear. You know what I mean? Just went back in August 12th, you know what I mean? And he was smiling and all that. And then Darren Smith scored his first goal in almost 104 days, which was
I
something.
believe that was against Hartford
North
Athletic.
Carolina.
Oh, North
That was
Carolina.
Friday
Okay.
night game. Week later, same thing. A couple of wrestlers talking backstage, and he mentioned a bunch of things, including Joe Hendry, and guess what? He appeared out of a closet. You know what I mean? Oh my God. The first one, by the way, he appeared out of the refrigerator, which, by the way, friends, don't go in the refrigerator. It's a death trap. Just remember.
It's a bad thing. Yes.
Yeah, and if you're throwing out a
And
refrigerator,
I'm sure the WWE propped it up where
prop it up. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So once again, friendly advice: if you're throwing out your refrigerator, unscrew the hinge to make sure nobody get hurt. So he came out, and just I kind of laughed. So in Tampa Bay, he scored from close corners, very close corners. His goal against Tampa Bay.
Yep.
He was on fire. Well, I didn't watch NXT, so I searched the internet to see if he would appear, but he didn't show up on NXT on that week. And a game against San Antonio, the 1-1 draw, he didn't score. He had 22 touches, 1 shot. He didn't score. And then last week, oh my God, If you
First
want to
goal
call
of the
me
match.
crazy, go ahead.
Oh,
But
wait. Go ahead.
last week he assisted in distracting a tag team. I remember the guy who was about to do a fridging move said, "Hey, nobody's gonna say you no," and he uttered the word Joe Hendry, and then all of a sudden he showed up. And then last week, which was a sweet goal, he scored again against Orange County. Was very
First goal
nice,
of the
by
match.
the way. Going to the his family member, his little kid, everybody was celebrating.
I was right there when that happened.
I know. Guess what happened last night? And probably a funny thing, remembering my childhood. I know that, because like I said, they're now playing it up. They don't say his name. You know what I mean? So during the tag team title chase, he said, "Hey, Joe Hendry won't save you now." And guess what? He burst out like the Kool-Aid Man and tried to help out, but didn't. So
But the thing is, he showed up.
he showed up.
So are we expecting a goal tonight from Darren Smith?
Hopefully. But they're facing on New Mexico, which, by the way, got good crowd support. Although this season they're not on top of their game. They're in that ridiculous Western Conference polo fight.
And noticing Darren Smith as of late, he's getting his confidence back. He's scoring goals ad nauseum. In fact, he is now 2 away from an all-time record for Detroit City FC, held by one Sean Claude Lawson. Sean Claude Lawson in 2019 in all competitions scored 19 goals. Or no, 15 goals for Detroit City FC.
Yeah, that was in the NPS when Detroit City was in the NPSL. This is all
Not
time.
to mention
NPSL,
they were in the
USC.
Yeah,
Darren,
not to mention the Members Cup as well. So he was part of that. And that's how he got the and that was the most goals scored in a season in all competitions by a Detroit City SC player. Right now, Darren Smith is sitting at 12, or actually he's sitting at 13. I'm sorry, 13 goals.
10 in the leagues, 2 in the Jagermeister Cup, and 1 in the US Open Cup. The game against Westchester FC.
Correct. So, I mean, like I said, we're in for some.
And there's only 7 games to go. He could easily break it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's easily going to be the most goals in a USL championship season for Detroit City.
Yes.
Should he get one more with Maxi Rodriguez and Ben Moore's also having 10 goals having 10 goals, but they got those last year.
Yeah, and it could be an accompaniment if he stays healthy. Because, like I said, on that game on Saturday against Orange County, we were all concerned. He took a hard foul inside the Orange County goal. Well, I was just saying, I hope it's not D. And, it's sort of he said he had some shoulder issues. He popped the shoulder blade back in place. So it does hurt. It does hurt when that happens.
Yeah, and hopefully he should be available tonight, and that'd be a huge difference there for Detroit City FC with him in the lineup. Because obviously you got Atis Juve going in there, Kobe Hernandez Foster, who's been playing extremely well since he got here, and so I'll tell you what, it's like it's not like they don't have other offensive options that they could go to, but that would be a huge difference. If Smith wasn't in the lineup tonight, we'll find that out coming up in Team Select or on Team News. Just
going to come up at 8:05, as you said, 55 minutes for game time, and this is going to be a little bit. I'll be at the clubhouse.
Yes, because 9:00 kick at the clubhouse tonight.
The last West Coast game of the season.
Yes, it is, as I mentioned at the top of the show.
Back in the friendly confines of keyword.
Yes.
Except for Charlottesville and Tampa Bay.
But briefly, there's 2 other games going on of significance. This is like the national game of the week, and we'll get all to that when we tell you about places where you can watch this game and hear this game, by the way. But there was a couple other games today we want to touch on. The semifinals of the Jagermeister Cup competition coming up tonight. Both in the East. They're both in the Eastern time zone. We got Hartford Athletic taking on the upstarts from League One, Greenville Triumph, and Rhode Island SFC taking on Sacramento now Collins and Sacramento Republic. I mean, is there a possibility we could see El Clamico 4 tonight?
Possible. Maybe. It's a good 50-50 chance or a 25% chance. But I feel good considering that I said during the group stage that the teams that are not having a hot start are excelling, you know what I mean, in this competition. Rhode Island, ninth place. This is semifinals. This is a fast part of their glory. Remember, they went to the USL Championship last year, and now they get to compete for the right to play for the title. Hartford, they're up there battling us, Pittsburgh and North Carolina. Hey, this title bet could be a boot. Sacramento, they have won titles before. They won a title when it was still USL Pro. Remember that? Before
Yes.
It was champion of the League One. And Greenville. So I think we could see a possible outcome before, but I'm not sure. Who knows?
Greenville currently right now sitting in the table in USL League One. They're below the playoff line. They're sitting at 24 points right now, 3 points out of the A spot held by our friend Pato Botello Faz's team, Union Omaha, at this point. By the way, shout out, happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, quack, quack.
And, they're on the outside looking in. So, right now, with the exception of probably Sacramento and Hartford right now, and, of course, Hartford's been on that amazing run in the USL Championship. So, right now they are tied with us as far as points are. However, they do hold the 5th spot in the Eastern Conference, but they've been on that, and of course we were recipients of their run as well, as they ended up beating us in one of those matches.
You're right. One of the matches in regular season, we beat them in the Jaeger Cup group play, but hey,
in penalties, by the way.
I gotta say, it would have been a would have, could have, should have. It went in regulation, or would have, could have, should have. But we scored that one extra goal because they beat us by a goal. The tiebreaker was goals during the regulation, so we got nipped.
And they just got a new player back. Haji Berry is back with the squad. So another key weapon added on to Brendan Burke's attack there in Hartford. So this could be a team that could end up probably winning this thing, I think. So
oh my.
I know. And like I said, the odds of El Clamico possibly happening, very high.
El Clamico 4. I saw the game on CBS Sports when they first met. It was a draw. The second one in regulation, when they came back and won in penalty shot to clinch their spot, the third one, I don't know who won that third one. It was a regular season game.
I think it was Hartford that ended up winning that one.
Hartford, oh my.
I think it was. I want to go back to that.
Can you imagine they played for a title in their 4th match of the season?
Yep, it was a 3-0 victory by Hartford Athletic on August 23rd at Trinity Health Park. So, so needless to say, El Clam, the last one went into penalties. Did Hartford win in that one? I believe.
I think Hartford won that one, but they only got
4-3 in penalties.
Yeah, but we finished tied, but they moved on with most goals in the group play competition, which was it could have been us, man.
Could have been us. Could have been us. All right, let's quickly go to predictions here.
Prediction for the JG Cup?
Yeah, let's do the JG Cup. Let's add it on to it. I need to gain some points here. And this is a good opportunity to do that.
Okay.
How
do
you see?
Count for the overall standings with the game tonight in New Mexico. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's start off with the Aggie Cup. First matchup, Who do you see? How do you see it between Hartford Athletic and Greenville Triumph?
I would say Hartford would win 2-1.
Do I want to bet against? You know what? I got to keep up because I know our prediction for this Detroit City game is probably going to be the same. I'm going to go against you on this one. I'm going to say
Okay.
Greenville ekes it out in penalty kicks.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But we're not
Pelican.
gonna give the because since it's a knockout phase part of the competition.
By the way, I have to ask.
Yeah, let's still impose that 2 point law.
Okay, I have to ask: are they doing penalty kicks after regulation?
I would
Because
think so. I think they're gonna go. Yeah, I don't think
that's kind of a little
they're
bit
not gonna
weird.
do the extra. They're not gonna do the extra time.
I was watching the quarterfinals, and one of the quarterfinal games went to penalty kick. They said, "Okay, screw it. Let's do." Are they going to do that with finals, or they're just going to do the extra 30? I don't know.
No, they're not gonna do extra time. They're just gonna go straight.
That's kind of
to
weird
kicks.
for a high stake knockout round.
Yeah.
That is weird.
All right, so I'm thinking Greenville's going to move on in penalty kicks there. I got to get a couple points on it, so that's how I'm going to do it. So, all right, Rhode Island, Sacramento.
I would love to see El Clamical Part 4, but I'm going to say Sacramento to the.
Think now Collins has got it in for Kano Smith, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. And he just faced off his former team for the first time last week in Tampa Bay.
And handled him quite, let's just say, handled them to the point where, yeah, they blew him out of the barn.
Oh, man. Okay.
So, I'm going to go with Rhode Island on this one.
Oh, so you're saying Greenville, Rhode Island?
Yeah, I'm saying Greenville, Rhode Island, with the hopes of El Clamical. I don't think it's going to happen because, like I said, it's going to come down to penalty. I think it's going to come down to penalty kicks in that one. But you like Hartford too much, and I do agree with. Hartford's been on a roll as of late, as you know. But
yeah.
I could see it. A possible El Clamical happening. I'm going to go, like I said, Greenville and Rhode Island. I'm going to go for Rhode Island SC.
And by the way, they've been on fire ever since their supporter group was questioning the lack of progress because, Hartford had been one of the traditional, I don't want to say the word lovable losers, you know what I mean? But after their supporter group, it's been lit afire, and here they are.
And there they are, exactly. All right, let's get down to it.
By the way, the game is both games are on ESPN app.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Detroit City coming in, undefeated in their last 5. New Mexico lost 2 of their last 5. How do you see it?
I'm going to see it as a possible 2-1 victory for Detroit City.
I'm looking the same way too. I think I'm going to go on your Joe Hendry trend. And Darren Smith's going to score along with Kobe Hernandez-Foster.
I know. But here's the weird question. What if he doesn't score and I'll have egg on my face? Oh, my God.
Well, trends do come to an end. I mean, you got to be – but if you're thankful for the fact that your team won in the process, without that, you know what? So be it.
I was about to say, I was going to mention, you mentioned this a few weeks ago, the movie Tiger Town, where that boy, every time the roar tired care come, he just,
Justin Henry, yes.
And it works at home, but not on the road.
I'll tell you one thing, though. A little bit of a tidbit there. Justin Henry, okay, He's wearing a tiger cap and all that. What's he wearing in 16 Candles?
I don't know. I haven't seen a tiger.
He's wearing Cubs gear.
Oh.
Go figure. So,
They were the local losers, Mad Cat. Remember the Cubs? They won a World Series.
I'm still calling for a Tigers-Cubs World Series myself right now.
I know. Well, as the way the Tigers handled the Yankees last night as we record this, maybe. Who knows?
Exactly. All right. All right. Plenty of options to see this game tonight. Oh my God. I think that it's the USL game of the week.
It is. It's on all. Well, let's do it. You can see the game locally on CW Detroit 50 live at 9 p.m. The game is also on the CBS Golazo channel as well. You could also watch the game in El Espanol on TUND, and you could listen to the game on Sirius XM channel 137, right?
157.
157. Okay, I'm up by 20. So
I'm a proud Sirius XM subscriber there. And shout out to Ray Hudson.
yes.
Shout out to Ray Hudson. He has decided that he will retire from broadcasting soccer games on CBS Sports and Sirius XM. God, 50 years in the States between coaching and playing and broadcasting. And this man has had an illustrious career. Probably one of the best analysts in the game itself, and he is definitely going to be missed.
He's a soccer lifer.
Absolutely. And a treasure to the game itself. I mean, if you watch a lot of the Liga games back in the day, I mean, you know, you were blessed with his analysis of the goings on between Ronaldo and Messi during that era. And I'll tell you what, I mean, that, like I said, he shares an excitement for the game. It really does. It really shares an excitement for the game, and it's really been. I was fortunate to listen to a couple of his games last year during Champions League, and there's no denying his passion for the game.
Yeah, you can say that right. You know what I mean? Every brilliant goal, to every controversial call, to every winning moment, to every blowout winning moment, aka PSG blowing out to win the European League last year. Wonderful. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely wonderful. So, but we're running a little bit long here. Obviously, we got team news. Steve will do the team news from the clubhouse tonight.
Okay, I gotta get my paper ready.
Yes. So we will share that. So look for that on the socials as well. We'll do after hours as well following this match, recapping everything we're doing around to see with the Jagermeister Cup action as well.
It's going to be a little bit different because I'll be at the clubhouse and you're going to be at your HQ, right?
Maybe. Stay tuned and see what happens, folks.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, so to find out my whereabouts for tonight. And like, subscribe, whatever, help that algorithm out. And of course, for Steve over in Isotopes Park.
Yeah.
I'm Mad Cat. We will talk to you after hours. Until then, folks, keep your feet in the ground. Keep reaching for the galaxy.